I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this video, so we're going to see. My aunt died in January, and my uncle has, this is what my aunts told me, or well, she did tell me, and my sister, who also has since passed, also told me, was that my uncle, who my aunt was married to for 35 years, had a traumatic brain injury from a car accident that he was in. He rolled the car. I don't know if he was drunk or if it was a suicide attempt or what it was. And I was close to my aunt, but I learned very early on in to not ask questions about their marriage, because that was a surefire way to upset her. And my aunt literally was an angel on earth. She was one of the kindest, loveliest people. Had a smidgen of selfishness, but I mean, like, we all do, right? But like, hers was just a little tiny one. But when it came out, you were like, ooh, that's not pretty, because it was in a very self-entitled way. But she didn't do it very often. So like, when she did do it, you were like, ah, but I can't say anything because she's too nice of a person. But like, she would just do dumb shit, and you'd be like, who? Normal people don't think this is okay. I.e., the neighbor behind, my aunt lived with us for a couple of years, and the neighbor behind us was definitely allergic to dogs, and he was having a party, and he was like, come on over, and she's like, okay, and she brought her dog with her. I was like, but why would you bring your dog? And she goes, well, who's allergic to dogs? I'm like, he is. Whatever. Anyways, so my aunt got the flu like the Monday or Tuesday before Christmas Eve, or well, she was feeling shitty on Monday. Tuesday, she went to urgent care. They were like, oh, you have the flu? Here's some stuff. And it just went really south really fast. He ended up calling 911, all of the things. And she went to the hospital. He went there, and he was with her. And then the next day he called me, and he's like, so the first time they had her on oxygen because her lungs were very compromised. She had COPD. The first day she was on oxygen. The next time he went there, he's like, Renee, she's on a ventilator, which was a problem because she had told us, I don't want to be on a ventilator. But not all of the paperwork had been signed for the DNR. So like, he was responsible for those decisions. And you know, if you're not actually at the hospital, nobody can really ask you if you want. And I don't know if they called because he's not, well, I don't know that he has the ability to tell you the truth all the time. I also should add that he is diagnosed with bipolar, and he's medicated for that. Anyways, and my aunt has given him more grace and kindness than any one individual. Like, the whole world would be deserving, like, overall would be deserving of all the kindness and grace and passes she gave to him. But that's a whole nother story. This might be a whole series. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, so then she was on the ventilator, and then they were talking about transferring her, and I was like, why are they transferring her? And he's like, because she's really sick. But I couldn't talk to anybody at the emergency room. They were like, like, she was there for 2.5 days. I mean, it was not good at all. And so when she transferred to the other hospital, we were at least able to get people to talk to us, and my uncle was able to put I don't, it was me, my sister, my mom, or some combination of that we could talk to the nurses. Okay. So, and they were very kind in giving us information. And then we went, me and my mom and Lily went, and we stayed with her. And, well, at the new hospital in Indiana from Illinois. And, so we went, and we ended up staying 2 nights, 3 days. And then my sister came in, and basically relieved us over New Year's. And then she died that Friday. So like Tuesday to Friday, it did not, it was longer than that, but it was just over a week. Basically, she was in the hospital. But my uncle had come down right after she came down with it. A couple days later, he came down with the flu, right? And he's like, well, I can't, and he sounded terrible. I will give him that. And as soon as he started sounding sick, he said to him, you need to go to the urgent care. see if they'll give you Tamiflu. They wouldn't give him Tamiflu. Like, again, I don't know if it's because of where he was down in Southern Illinois, and I don't know how great the hospital system is down there. But anyways, I don't know if he verbalized that, but so he was like, I can't go. And okay, fine. And I kind of understood because he was sick, and he also needed to take care of himself because we really thought she was going to get better. And then, but like, I was every day calling him going, Uncle, I really think you need to go. Like, you really need to be here. And I was like, can I FaceTime you? Because I want you to see. I'm being honest. I wanted him to see how bad she was. I wanted him to understand how serious this was. And parts of that, I think he did know, because he kept saying to me, do we have to make hard decisions? And I finally said to him straight out, are you saying, do we need to take her off of life support? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, we are not there yet. Like, the machine's doing the work. Let her body, like, try to recoup from this and all of the things. And her body wasn't able to do that. Okay. But so she passed away on a Friday. My sister actually had left on Thursday because my uncle told me, I'm coming on Friday. And so my sister stayed on Thursday, and then she went home. My sister would not have gone home. I would have taken my mom back. We would have done a lot of things differently had we known, had he told us the truth. And so, like, these things are kind of like in the back of my head, right? And I'm angry. I'm angry that my aunt died by herself. And I'm really angry that they called him and told him that, like, she was not doing well. And what did they want her to, what did he want them to do? And he was like, just make her comfortable, because that is what we all agreed to. Like, they had taken her off the ventilator, but like, she was not responding the way, like, she was able to breathe on her own, but she was not responding the way that they had hoped. She was very out of it, and her body just wasn't able to. They called it failure to thrive. She was probably, I'm being generous, probably 95 pounds when she passed away. She had a lot of physical issues with surgeries and stuff like that. She was on a lot of oxy. And if we're really being honest, she was supposed to take her 4 pills every 24 hours. She was taking them force. And then she had she had 4 daily oxys, and then she had some breakthrough medication that they gave her. And they gave her 10 or 12 of those a month. And she was taking all of her oxy in like a 12-hour period, and then doing edibles and trazodone at night to help her sleep through the pain. So, and listen, this was from 20 years ago. So I know that they were giving her way more oxy, and she is just one of those people that she needed it, but unfortunately they had given her so much that she just became addicted to it. And even the doctor had said, there's no way that she was only taking that. He said, he looked me dead in the face and said, she was taking way more than that. And I looked him straight in the face and I said, sir, I didn't live with her. I don't know if she was buying it from someone else. She never told me that. I think she would have told me that. But anyways, so my uncle told me and my mom that he was there right before she had died, but he didn't stay until she died, which bothered me. And then the neighbor catches me, a couple days later, we went to go visit my uncle and kind of help him sort things and stuff like that. And the neighbor's like, he never left the house. And so that is weighing super heavy on my mind. There's way more. So I don't know. Do you guys want to hear more?